Okay, so this next video clip just shows you about applying a finish. So you can either use your pencil, a biro, or you can use a fine liner. So I've got a fine liner here. So if you're using the printed sheet, you won't have to go over the box, but I'm just going over the box in this case because I didn't have the printed sheet. And then if you just fine liner the lines that you want to keep, so I'm just going around the sides here, trying to stay on to the lines. So it'll give me an opportunity to put a little bit more detail with the fine liner. So biros are very good at this as well. So I might put a thickness to the drop. I may even put some little highlights that suggest it's a reflective surface. And I may even put some little slots on here to suggest maybe that the strap is flexible and it could go around your wrist. There we go. Oh, missed that bit. There we go. And then if we do the name, so we've got I run along the top section. So you could use a ruler if you've got any straight lines on here. Alternatively, you can do it freehand, something like that. I'm just going to put a little drop shadow, so just on one side, I'm just going to make it stand out. So I'm just going to put a little drop shadow on those, just making the line that little bit thicker. Something like that. There we go. And I could put a logo. I'm going to leave the logo for now. You could rub out the construction lines if you wanted to, but I'm going to then render them. So if our light source is coming from the top right hand side, this is going to be in the original video that I did for the initial ideas. I rendered the strap like a dark colour, like black, so that it didn't get grubby when people were sweating doing their workouts. So I've got a black wrist strap, and the same with the top bit. So this is my light tone, so trying to make sure there's no little white gaps. This is going to be the mid-tone, so I'm just going to press on that a little bit harder, so there should be a difference between the two of them. On this part, there we go, and you can't see that. If I then take my yellow and if I shade this surface in, this is my dark tone, but you don't get much of a dark tone with yellow. So this is going to be my mid-tone, and this is going to be my light tone around the top. There we go. This will be my mid-tone, and this will be my dark tone. So if you can't get that tone, you can always use another colour which is harmonious, one that sits next to each other on the colour wheel. So there's my dark tones on there. If I want the screen to be reflective, I can, just like you did in year 7, you can just use a pale blue just around the sides. I could just put my little highlights in, try to keep them parallel with each other, something like that. And then for the, I want the title to stand out. I could leave it white, but I'm going to make the eye red. And the background on here, we're then going to use a brown for the map, and I'm going to put them contours in. So these bits from your geography lessons, if they're close together, suggests that it's going to be very hilly. If they're going to be quite far apart, if they go like this, further apart, it means it's flatter. Something like that. Maybe they continue up there as well. So I'll carry on with that. I could even put little markers on the map. I don't know if they go in that colour. I'd have to do a bit of research. And then I might do a little route in a different colour to suggest the plan where I might want to go. So we do want to apply a colour to it, and again you want to render the other one.